Hello, welcome to King Info. Today we are going to review the story of the Black Death together. The Black Death arrived on European shores in 1348. By 1350, the year it retreated, it had felled a quarter to half of the region's population. In 1362, 1368, and 1381, it struck again, as it would periodically well into the 18th century. The contemporary Sienese chronicler, Agnolo di Tura del Grasso, described its terror. A victim first experiences flu-like symptoms, and then sees a swell beneath their armpits and in their groins. Agnolo himself buried his 5 children with his own hands. He also lost his wife. The plague hit hard and fast. People lay ill little more than 2 or 3 days and died suddenly. He who was well one day was dead the next and being carried to his grave, writes the Carmelite friar Jean de Venette in his 14th century French chronicle. From his native Picardy, Jean witnessed the disease's impact in northern France. Normandy, for example, lost 70 to 80% of its population. Italy was equally devastated. The Florentine author Boccaccio recounts how that city's citizens dug for each graveyard a huge trench, in which they laid the corpses as they arrived by hundreds at a time, piling them up tier upon tier as merchandise is stowed on a ship. Trade was to blame. Growing stability in Europe in the late Middle Ages made possible extensive trade between East and West and within Europe itself. Italian city-states such as Venice and Genoa had trading ports in the eastern Mediterranean and the Black Sea, trade that made these cities among the wealthiest cities in Europe. Most historians today generally agree that the plague was likely spread through Eurasia via these trade routes by parasites carried on the backs of rodents. The bacterium Yersinia pestis likely traveled from China to the northwestern shores of the Caspian Sea, then part of the Mongol Empire. And by the spring of 1346, Italian merchants in the Crimea, specifically the Genos-dominated city of Kaffa, brought the disease west. Rats carrying infected fleas boarded ships bound for Constantinople, capital of the Byzantine Empire. Inhabitants there were sickened by the plague by early July.